Hey guys, Galucia here, and this is a pretty cool new world. I was happy with how well received IndustrialCraft was because I absolutely love it. It's an amazing mod. So what I wanted to do was start a new world from scratch, so you guys can see how I made what I made, and then we can take it from there. And you can get crazy with it. I mean, crazy. You can make all kinds of ridiculous stuff. So I really want to go ahead and make as much stuff for you guys as I can and show you what's up. Now, you don't need to see this, the beginning of it. Nothing is different, obviously, because nothing's really, it's still Minecraft. It's just you have a lot more options as far as what you're going to be able to do. So I'm not going to bore you necessarily with all the pre-game stuff. You've seen enough videos of me and other people when they're just starting out making new worlds. The only thing I want to say is basically to get started, like the bare minimum, you're going to need about a stack of wood planks and about a half a stack of logs with 6 copper, like 6 tin, and about 18 iron and a few redstone. So there's a lot you have to get before you can even really get started with the IndustrialCraft stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get started here, start looking for some resources, and I'm actually not even gonna worry about my shelter at first. I am gonna be playing my IndustrialCraft world on peaceful because nothing is more frustrating than a Gumby destroying your hard work for building these complex machines and stuff. But eventually, if you guys want, maybe I'll switch it up and put it back onto normal or hard or whatever, because it is going to require some mob stuff. If we wanted to make, there's certain things, if we wanted to make it, we would need sulfur, so we're going to need gummies for that. But for the most part, you don't need mobs, and I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to have any mishaps because this is some fragile stuff going on here. But so at least for now, I'm going to play in peaceful. But if you guys are like, oh no, peaceful, what are you doing? Then I'll switch it up. But for now, yeah, peaceful is the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and just collect what I got to collect to get started here, and then I'll catch up with you guys once all that poop is done. Okay, it just started to get dark. Digging a tunnel straight down to look for stuff, and I have found, besides this iron, some copper. And so that's what the orange stuff is. And I wanted to point out that no matter what kind of texture pack you have, as you can plainly see, I have a texture pack. Oh, and it reveals iron for the win. That anything IndustrialCraft will just appear as it always appears. So no matter, if me and you have completely different texture packs, the IndustrialCraft stuff will look exactly the same. So when you're looking for your stuff, here is your copper. And it looks like I'm going to get all the copper that I need to at least get started right off the bat. So that's pretty awesome and exciting. So at this point, dang, it just keeps going. Sweetness. So I still need to get a little bit more iron, and good gracious, and a little bit more tin. And then my biggest challenge will be just to get deep enough to find some red. You don't need a whole bunch of red right off the bat. Good gracious, it just keeps going, doesn't it? But you do need a little bit. So that's why right from the beginning, I just go with the strategy of just digging straight down so that you can get low enough to find stuff like that. The IndustrialCraft stuff, the copper, the tin, uranium, that can all be found, as far as I know, at pretty much any level. You don't have to go to a certain depth. I've seen uranium on the surface, like in plain sight, like at sea level. So obviously there's no depth with that. So, but for the red, you obviously got to go down a little bit for that. So wow, this is a lot. Make sure you guys can see what's going on here. But anyway, so yeah, just wanted to point that out, and I'm already way on track for, whoa, no, bad gravel. Sweet, and there's your tin. Awesome. Now I don't have to have a separate video for that. For some reason, though, which is beyond my understanding, I came down here with only one pick. Not sure what I was thinking about when I did that. And there it goes. It's done. So I'm going to have to rectify that situation and get more tin. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm still down here. I think I've been down here for 2, maybe 3 day cycles. But I don't know, only like 20 minutes has passed so far, but I have almost a full stack of copper. I'm working on a stack of tin, and there is some uranium. So I wanted to make sure you guys saw some of that. It's green, and you don't need it for a long time. That is much later level type stuff. Uranium has limited things you can do with it, as you would imagine. You can make a nuclear reactor with it, which is super dangerous. We'll get around to doing that at some point, but yeah, that has a lot of hazards to go with it. So, and it requires all kinds of stuff that we're not even close to being able to make. But you know, I guess it's nice to find it and then just store it away. So in the meantime, I'll just walk around with radiation in my pocket. But I have everything I need. I found a little bit of redstone, so I kind of fell into this cave as I was digging down. So I'm pretty much just gathering all the resources that are in the immediate area, because right over there around the corner is a huge pool of lava, and that pretty much cuts me off from the rest of the cave. So there's no sense in really venturing too much and getting carried away. I have pretty much everything I need. I'm going to make my house at least partially out of stone. I have almost 3 stacks of stone, so I have way more than that than I do wood. You'll see I have a furnace and stuff. I ended up having to make a iron pickaxe because I found gold and wanted to be able to get that. So I'm working on... I pretty much have everything I could possibly need, but a big key to the beginning of when you're starting a world for IndustrialCraft is not to overdo it as far as what you smelt. Like I said, you're only going to need like 6 tin and 6 copper and 18 iron. And you don't want to smelt anything more than that, because the second machine that you make is called a macerator, and it is going to ground up your ore into dust. And every 1 piece of ore turns into 2 pieces of dust. And then each dust, when you put it in a furnace, turns into a bar. So you essentially get 2 bars from every 1 piece of ore. So you're going to double up on everything that you start gathering. So that makes your life a lot easier. And so there's no sense in, you know, just smelting everything that you have so far. So only smelt what you absolutely need to smelt before you make all your fancy contraptions. So I'm just going to finish picking this poop up and then go up to the surface and get started on the house so we can get started on the fun stuff, the machines. Okay, I'm heading back to my somewhat of a house. No roof yet, and I need to put in a floor. Wanted to point out a couple of other things though. Hey doggy. I've been purposely making sure I pick up my saplings. Everything in this game now with IndustrialCraft has added and new meaning. This is one thing I have to point out. I said I needed 18 iron total, but hold on, let me cook those 2 while yeah, okay, so while I'm cooking those 2, you're gonna need, yeah, everything has new meaning, and the saplings you turn into biofuel. So I mean, everything has a new meaning, and as I go through this, I'm gonna do my best to remember how to do everything that I need to do so that I can show you guys what's up. So this is how you make tree taps. You guys are gonna need get your notebooks out, okay? Because this is tutorial time. Now we have 8 regular iron. Stick it right back in the furnace. That's gonna turn it into refined iron. That's what we actually need. Okie dokie. Let's get the raw wood here. Put the tree taps under it. That's how we make our rubber. For now, we're gonna make an extractor in the near future, and that makes your life a lot easier as far as that goes. Put the rubber along the sides, and here's our copper. Bam. Cable, just like that. See how that goes? And we got some redstone here, so let's take our tin. We'll make 2 of these because we're going to need it. Make the shape of a bucket. You can actually make a bucket, but I don't know why you would waste tin on a bucket. Put the 2 redstone right here in the middle, and then cables at the top corners. And we just made a stinking battery. Oh, Shazam. Now I need another furnace besides that one. And I'm glad I didn't use all my stone up making the house, because I started using some of it. Eventually I was going to make the floor stone too. I can't have a sand floor because I need a basement, so I just did the rim here. And then I remembered that I was going to need some more stone because I need to keep this furnace for at least now. Okay, that's still doing its thing. What else do I need right now? Nothing. I don't need anything right now. Oh, I do. And I need stone for it. Poop. Okay, I'll deal with that in a second. Alright, so we got our 8 refined iron. You're going to make the shape of a furnace or a chest. That's your machine. This is the basic building block for most machines. Separate that. So we're going to take a battery, the machine, and the furnace. And Shazam, we just made our first official machine. The generator, which I'm going to put right here-ish. And then stick the battery in the top. A fuel source. Now the battery is being charged. And for right now, until we make more complex ways of creating energy, generators are the way to go. We're just going to charge batteries, and then once the battery is charged, we're going to take it out, stick it into other machines. I do need stone. Oh, Jesus. Woo! I magically fell into that tiny little hole and received no fall damage. Sweet. Okay, I only need 6 more pieces of stone because we need to make 3 pickaxes. Okay. We have to have 3 undamaged stone pickaxes. Oh, no. Hit my head. And it's getting dark out. And for some reason, I don't have any torches in here. Okay. I'm going to deal with some torch situations. I'll be right back. Okay, it would start raining. That's awesome. Well, I'm just going to light this wall here and here for now. Just so we can see in the work area. Now, I need to make a circuit, which is I don't have enough rubber to make a circuit. Okay, that's okay. We can make more. We can make more. We'll just put some more rubber here. Okay. Oh, snap. Yeah, I need to make my other. Shoot, I need 10 more pieces of iron. Goodness gracious. All right. You don't need to see all that smelting. 2 more pieces of rubber. Wait, why did I make 2 more pieces of rubber? I need way more than 2 more pieces of rubber. I need 6 more. So I should probably make 4s, not 2s. I don't know what the hell I'm thinking over here. Okay. Nope, yeah, right there. Oh, look at that. Exactly enough. Aha! See, I knew I needed 6 copper for something. I was like, why did I need 6 copper? I clearly only needed 3. Nope, needed more cable. Okay. Got our cable. That thingy. Alright, stop that for a second. I just need 2. I need 2 pieces of refined iron. Just trying to get 1 more machine for you guys today. We're going to show you how to make a circuit, and then we're going to show you how to make the macerator. And that'll be the end of our adventures for the day. No, stop. Okay, finished making my iron. Alright, so for the circuits. That goes there. Redstone, and then cable goes around it. Oh, yeah, and I needed 2, so let's do that again. There we go. Alright. And 3 stone pickaxes. 1, 2, 3. Now we're just waiting on the iron. Good grief. Alright. Sticks. Sorry if the rain is distracting or loud, because I know it can be. Slap some candles on the outside of the house here. Why not? I have them. Okay. It's a good way to kill time. Just slap some candles. Wouldn't be as loud if I had a roof. Didn't quite make it that far yet. I'm hustling here. I'm trying to get you guys set up. Trying to get you guys set up. Yeah, 8 of these. 8. Hurry up! How much sandstone do I have? I don't want to do something with sandstone. I know that's not symmetrical at all. I just threw it up. Doesn't matter, because eventually we're going to have light bulbs in here. We're not going to need it. Cook. Right back. Okay. Iron, find iron. So I can make another machine. Machine goes in the middle. Stone picks around it. And then circuits. Bam! Macerator. Alright, now machines are going to go over here. We got our battery, which is fully charged. Stick the battery in there. Stick any kind of ore in there. I'm going to start with iron, so I'm going to need a lot more of that. As soon as it starts, it immediately just fully drains the battery. Just like a furnace, like you can stick a piece of coal in there and then the fire will stay lit for a while and keep burning stuff. So while that's shredding up our macerator, stick the battery back in here so it's charging up. So when this runs out of juice, we're ready to go. But as you can see, it made the iron dust, which we're going to then stick into the furnace to make our ignits and double up on all our stuff. And what I'm going to do is, I'll quickly just tell you this, you don't need to see it. As soon as I get 8 of these, I'm going to make an iron furnace instead of a stone furnace. It cooks slightly faster. So in a normal stone furnace where one piece of coal would cook 8 things, an iron furnace, one piece of coal will cook 10 things. So you end up using slightly less resources and getting the job done that much faster. So I'm going to go build that. That's going to be an eventual building block for an electric furnace. So But the next thing we're going to build for tomorrow, no, not tomorrow, for our next episode is going to be a extractor and the electric furnace. So you got to see the basic building blocks though, cable and circuits and machines and all that good stuff. This will all start to get pieced together as time goes on through this new series, and slowly but surely we will get this all explained. And I'm not claiming to be an expert, so some of this I don't know for myself yet, so we're all going to learn. But I will put in the description a link to download my Minecraft.jar file, and all you have to do is go into your bin folder. You can rename your existing Minecraft file, just like name it like old Minecraft or something like that, your Minecraft.jar file, and replace it, and then just copy and paste mine in there. And then when you turn on Minecraft, boom, IndustrialCraft and everything else. I honestly don't remember how to download all this stuff because a friend linked me a lot of the downloads. So I'm just going to make my Minecraft.jar file available for you guys, and you can just do that. The only mods I have installed is IndustrialCraft related things, and then you can modify it beyond that if you want to. But thanks for watching, guys, and